Welcome to the Boothbay Harbor Board of Selectmen meeting. Let's go ahead and go around through introductions this evening. Alyssa Allen is not joining us this evening. We will miss her dearly, but let's go ahead and say hello for the rest of our board members.
Hi, I'm Denise Griffin.
Hello, Ken Rail.
Mike Tomko here tonight.
Trish Warren.
Great. We have Julia Latter, our town manager, that's with us. Michelle Farnham is recording the minutes. And thank you, Joe and BRTV. Always great to have the media joining us this evening. Let's go ahead and get things rolling right ahead and start with town manager announcements. Julia, what do you have for us tonight?
Okay, the first announcement I have is just a reminder that we are closed during lunchtime from 12:30 to 1:30 still. We still have a vacancy for the administrative town for the front clerk's position. And that's up on our website, and you can call the town office and ask any questions. We also have applications on the website or in person. We have forms, as I mentioned at the last meeting, frequently used forms out in the middle of the lobby. Even when the office is closed, the door is unlocked so that people can continue to use the restroom as well. Just to let you know that July 15th, the RFQ will be coming down for the LED streetlight conversion. And I've had several vendors that have reached out, and they're anxiously awaiting us to do it. I did put in the RFQ that we would set up some times for interviews with the board sometime at the beginning of August. So it looks probably right now that there's been 4 companies interested in it. So I was thinking that if we kept each one of them to a minimum and they bring a demonstration, we will be having in-person meetings at that point, that each one of you could see the equipment and hear what they have to offer. We also will be getting a spreadsheet showing the comparisons and the savings between each organization. So many things go into that RFQ package that we put out. So I will set those up. I also did put out a doodle poll for the wayfinding workshop. I have chosen one date, except I was kind of holding off for a few minutes, thinking that Ken was going to comply and say, okay, fine, I'll come that Tuesday. But I guess the schedules haven't changed, so I will probably be choosing the date when at least 4 of the board members can be there. Unfortunately, I did want a date when everybody could be, but.
What date was that, Julia?
It was Tuesday, I will have to look because
Okay.
I don't have doodle pull up here, but I can send you an email to see if you'll reconsider.
Okay, well, being retired, my schedule is, pretty intense.
Okay, I will send out a date. I'll send out the date that the rest of the board chose and see if you're interested in reconsidering for that date, because I would like to have all of you present for them. The other announcement I have is that municipal officials vacancies are still being posted for 1 regular member and 2 alternate member vacant positions on the Board of Appeals, 1 regular position and 2 alternate positions for the Port Committee. And applications for the appointments are available at the town office or on our website. And you can call the town office for additional information if needed. So we'll run that ad for another couple of weeks. We haven't received any applications for those positions, so we'll put it back out for 2 more weeks. And another announcement that I have is that the board will be resuming to in-person meetings on July 25th. So this will be for now, unless things change, this will be our last Zoom meeting. So I look forward to having you all back in the room on July 25th. Kathleen Pierce, does anyone have any questions about that? About coming here on July 25th? No.
I'll just double back and say that the dates were August 23rd, 4th, and 5th, which was Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So our esteemed member, Mr. Rail, can check his calendar and see if he can join with us.
Seems highly likely.
Okay, I'll send you an email about that.
Okay.
And as I mentioned the last time, we are getting ready. We did close out the fiscal year end, and a new beginning for another fiscal year end happened on July 1st. So Kathleen is now doing the pre-audit work to get ready for the in-person field work on August 3rd from Fred Brewer's office. So she will be busy with that. My next announcement, I actually didn't have any more announcements, so that's very good. That concludes my announcements for this evening.
Great. Thank you, Julia.
Oh, I did
quick-
have one. I did have one more announcement. That's why I put a little tickler under it. Yeah. Must be what that little word means. We do have, the school has scheduled a joint CSD school board meeting and trustee workshop. I have sent over to the board on the 27th, a list of important updates and reminders from the school, from Evelyn Andrews. And that is one of the meetings that have been scheduled for July 19th at 5:15. So as we move forward, the first meeting in August, I would like to put before the selectmen a vote to formally vote on the amendments to the charter, like we did back in 2019. We do not have to put it as a referendum vote. So just the board had to vote, and the minutes from each town got taken to the state for adoption. So did anyone have any questions on that or anything further to add?
Hey,
So I'm not sure how many of you are going to be going to that. I mean, it's in person, and they're discussing the potential charter revisions at that meeting. So I will be there. I know Dan said he will be there. So from there, we'll probably discuss it at the meeting after that of what the school had come up with, and then put it on the next agenda for voting for the amendments that both towns agreed upon.
Right. And just as a reminder to the board, the charter is a document that belongs to the two towns and all the selectmen. So we've asked the school board members and the trustees to look at it and request any changes they want to make. And depending on what they come forward with, if there are changes that we can incorporate right away, we'll do that. And if they're not, they may be changes that take a lot more discussion. We'll just continue to have more discussion, but make the changes we want to make now, and then continue to have further discussions and possibly have additional amendments later on down the road next year or the year after.
Denise,
So,
thanks
but
for mentioning that. The goal was to, while we're going through this process, if there's low hanging fruit, if there's something that's obvious, hey, let's take advantage of that. Certainly not trying to circumvent or short circuit any type of the review process. It's just while we're at it, if there's something of value that could be easily done. So I appreciate you mentioning that.
And I did send over a community meeting announcement that Evelyn sent today on 7/14 at 5:15 in the library. We do have a large size billboard out in the lobby explaining about these meetings. The first one, seeking community feedback at upcoming public meetings for the school, will be July 14th, as I mentioned, 5:30 to 7:30 at the high school. And their meeting number 2 is still yet to be determined. So I'll keep you posted on that as well.
Great. Other questions for Julia for town manager announcements?
I just had one. Julie, you mentioned the opening yet for the part-time administrative assistant position in the lobby. Do you still have the full-time position in Public Works? Is there still an opening out there?
There was an opening. We just discussed it today. It has been advertised for 2 weeks, and we did receive one application. So I'm going to be interviewing on Nick, myself, and Kathleen will be doing an interview on Wednesday. So
Okay.
it was until we filled the position, and we have advertised it for 2 weeks.
Okay, thank you.
So I'll keep the board in the loop as to whether we have a successful hire as of Wednesday.
Good, thank you.
Julia, we're into week 2 with our new town, shared town planner. Do you have any updates or anything you'd like to share about Isabel's welcome to
Yeah,
her
I was
position here in the
gonna,
harbor?
I thought about giving a little update about that tonight, but unfortunately, last week was sort of crazy busy between Windjammers, July 4th week and fiscal year end. Isabel was set up here. She was here for 2 days last week and 2 days in Demerscata, Monday being the holiday, July 4th. We spent the 2 days last week with just getting her acclimated to her space, giving her a code book, going through different ordinances that she was interested, preparing for this next Wednesday's planning board meeting, and being part of that process. So really the last only 2 days that she was here, it was just all about getting acclimated to the facility, to what her job duties are going to consist of. So I don't have a lot to report at this time.
Okay, it's
She
a
seemed,
great start.
yeah, and she enjoyed being here and is looking forward to continuing on. So she came back, so I'm happy about that. Yeah. I did. It's kind of funny because I forgot that our copier did 2 pages. So I was thinking, wow, my announcements got very short, but I did have the school charter announcement and I had one other announcement to give you. So I apologize. Sometimes the copier does backsided and I don't realize it, but I did, last week I did set down Wednesday and met with Rob Duplessis, our assessor, to formulate and figure out a plan going forward for the reevaluation. And I just, I wanted to sort of give a brief overview of how that's going. They began their final phase of their 2022 project this past week. We had Rob himself and his agent, plus over the course of the summer, they've been in and out and riding around town and going to different places throughout town. So they're at their final stages of that work. Notice of proposed valuations will be sent to all property owners by the end of this week. These notices will include the new assessment as well as an estimated tax amount. Rob and I sat the other day and plugged in the numbers from this year's budget. A lot of times if those numbers aren't available yet, they'll use last year's, but it was good that we actually have been in receipt of both the school, the county, and obviously our budget. So we were actually able to put real numbers to it. And putting that together, we're looking at a tentative mill rate estimated about 8.5, which is a drastic decrease in the mill rate because we did gain in valuation. Property owners will be given an opportunity to discuss the proposed valuations with a representative RJ Dewey Appraisal. And what we're doing is we're reserving the room in here from July 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. And this will all be outlined on everybody's notices that will be mailed out this Friday. And taxpayers can either meet with us, not meet with us, I'm not meeting with them, but meet with the assessors. There's going to be a whole team of them. They can meet. We've decided to set up a Zoom. They can phone call or they can come in person to meet with them to discuss what will actually look sort of like a real tax bill, but it's a revaluation notice. And these meetings will be set up by appointment only, and the notices will have all the information to set up that meeting. This step is part of the revaluation contract and is, we're looking forward to anybody and everybody that can make it. And if you can't, we can, come up with another way. But this has been pretty successful over the last couple of years of him doing reval appointments. And if people are on vacation, then they can phone in or Zoom in. After the time of the appointments, we are looking to commit around, I think it was, I forgot, August 5th, no later than August 5th. And we did give an extension on the warrant process this year. so that people can at least have the 30 plus days, almost 40 days to get their tax payments into us without being considered late. After the time that those meetings and those hearings are done, the normal appeal process applies. A taxpayer initiated abatement request can be made, and that period of time is 185 days after a commitment. So just to let you know, there'll be a lot of action going on here between the 25th through the 28th. And I've stressed to Rob and Rob's crew, and he understands that it's very important that when we contemplated doing a reval, that we reach out to the community and make sure that everybody understands what they're getting prior to their actual physical tax bill. So those notices are all being mailed from a third party vendor that Rob has included as part of his reval monies that he has billed to us. So did anyone have any questions about any of this?
Yes, I just want to go over those dates, or have you go over them.
Okay.
So the letters are going to be mailed out this Friday.
By this Friday, yep.
Okay. And then the days where you can come in and see them in person is the 25th, 6th and 7th.
25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th.
Okay.
And Rob has actually set up an entire appointment calendar. I know back when I was here in 2003, the phones were crazy busy. But he's well organized it with both Michelle and Trish, and we'll all be helping out to make sure that people get their calendars, get their names on their calendars and their appointments either by Zoom, phone, or in person.
Right. So people should understand that just because the assessed value on the house is going up doesn't mean their taxes are going to go up because the actual mill rate is going down.
Exactly.
So a whole chunk of people in town might actually, their taxes might stay more or less the same.
Stay the same or decrease some. Yep.
Julia,
Okay.
how are those in-person opportunities to question scheduled? Will that be by calling the town hall?
Yes, and it will say it. I mean, they've already got he provided this evening to me a sample notice, which states, how to call, how to make an appointment, and what dates are available. And you call, and we have an appointment book that Rob gave both girls to be able to set up those appointments for times throughout the days. And there'll be, I think, either 4 or 5, I think 5 people here to actually be able to answer questions for each person that comes in, so that people aren't waiting.
Okay.
How much time is allocated for an appointment?
I honestly would have to run out and look at the appointment book, because we were crunching numbers and I wasn't paying attention when he was out there discussing the appointments. So I don't know if it was 15 minutes or an hour and a half. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Julia,
Yes.
15 minutes should be enough.
How long was
20
it,
minutes.
Michelle?
Seriously.
It's 20 minutes.
It was 20
Yeah.
minutes. Okay. I forgot Michelle got
That
an
make-
appointment calendar. Yes.
Yeah,
So it's
that makes
20
sense.
minutes.
That's enough time.
Yeah.
Having been through it,
Very much.
I can tell you it's enough time.
5 minutes for you,
So,
Ken,
and
20 for
There
everyone else.
probably will be
Yeah.
a lot of people that won't even be coming in. I mean, this is if people are questioning their new assessment. But there may be a lot of people, since we now get to actually put that estimated 2022 tax on it, that may be absolutely thrilled and have no reason to walk through the door to question what they're getting. So I don't think all 2,000 some odd taxpayers are going to be making appointments. So I just wanted to inform you that since we haven't really talked about the reval, that a lot of it has been happening behind the scenes. We've had laptops set out in the other room where they've been motoring in from Pittsfield and doing all the sketching in the new program, and a lot of things have been happening behind the scenes. So,
And
and I'm
Julia, maybe
happy
just,
the numbers, even though our budget did go up. I'm happy with, you know, the definite decrease in the mill rate, of course.
And Julia, just as a reminder, we needed to do this because it had, one, it had been an extraordinarily long amount of time, and two, as I believe Rob had said, that there, when you hit an 80% difference or something, that the state basically says that this is mandated and needs to get
Yeah, and
done.
we were barely at 70%. So, I mean, it was definitely warranted.
Okay, great.
So,
I have no, oh, sorry.
I mean, since we're talking about taxes and tax assessments, if people didn't see the main Sunday Telegram yesterday, you should look at it because it talked about the tax stabilization law that will go into effect for senior citizens, that will help their taxes potentially if they meet eligibility requirements next year. So,
And I had quite a lengthy conversation with Rob, and I know that on the managers meeting, there's been a managers meeting, the managers listserv, there's been quite a lot of discussion with LD 290, trying to figure out both how our financial software, our Trio is going to handle it for collections. But there's a lot of questions to asking Maine Revenue Service as well. So they're asking for town managers to get together to actually put these questions out to Maine Revenue Service about how towns are actually going to handle this going forward. I guess there's going to be an updated notification on August 8th going out to all municipalities as well as forms. So I will keep you posted when I receive that.
yeah. Well, the article also did say that funding for this law hadn't really quite happened or not happened beyond 1 year. So there's certainly a lot of questions about it, but I thought the article was pretty interesting, and it was particularly interesting to me that a Republican from Aroostook County was the one who put forth the bill. So anyway,
That was in yesterday's Maine Sunday Telegram.
yes, the front cover article.
All right, thank you.
Do we have
I
any other
have nothing
questions
to add.
for Julia?
No. So just everybody look forward to their notices coming out after being postmarked on Friday, and make your appointments if you'd like to with the assessors.
Julia, did you, I know our board members have been advised of this, but did you want to have any statement at all about the great 2 fireworks shows that we had, albeit one of them slightly abbreviated?
I mean, the Windjammer Day fire show was wonderful. The second one was wonderful as well, except we received the finale in the middle, 5 minutes into not even in the middle, but 5 minutes into the show. Unfortunately, there was a mishap, and all protocols and procedures were followed by, and the finale was covered as per protocol. But it did blow up, and I don't know other way to put it besides it just blew up. All of the pyrotechnics people had to go swimming, and fortunately there was nobody harmed by the event. It has happened. It's happened in Boothbay Harbor back when I was a small child, but it's a rare but a risk nonetheless. And we're just fortunate that nobody from Central Pyrotechnics or anybody out on the barge was harmed. They did have a small fire that they had to put out. So
Oh, the things that happen that no one else gets to know about.
yeah, I
So,
know.
great. All right, well, thanks for all those town manager announcements. Let's go ahead and move on to town department reports. As far as I'm aware, we don't have anyone tonight for town departments.
Nope.
Okay.
I will my next one will probably be after the parking season is over. I'll have Bob come in and give an overview about the parking machines and just the assessment of how it went, or how it could go better, and we'll go from there. So he'll probably be my next department head that will come before you.
Okay,
He doesn't know
Wow.
it yet, but he probably will after it being on TV tonight. Mhm.
great.
Okay.
Selectmen's reports. I have nothing. Any other board members, anything to add this evening? Okay, let's keep things moving forward then. Let's roll right into financials. Julia, will you take us through our first financials of
Sure.
the new calendar fiscal
Mhm.
year?
As you, as Kathleen emailed you this morning, there was only one payroll warrant, so we just sort of waited to not give that revenue expense sheets. There was nothing to compare it to. So you'll receive that at the next meeting with the budget put in, and there'll be an AP warrant and several other payroll warrants at that point with the budget posted. The bank balance is $2,720,810. The 3 AP warrants, which are a combination of fiscal year end prior to June 30, as well as after July 1, total $578,630.72. And as of June 30, which that's where we determined the cutoff mark for taxes collected year to date, because after that it's considered deferred revenue, was 99.3%. So we were roughly about 0.1% off our collections compared to this time last year, or June 30 of last year. So does anyone have any questions on the bank balance or the AP warrants?
I think Trish Fallon should be commended for her hard work on the tax collection, and not to
Very
take
much so.
personally that she was unfortunate to be 1/10 of 1% off from her previous record of 99.4%.
I will pass that on to her.
Sure.
She works very hard. I cannot ask for somebody to be more conscientious about her cash receipting and reconciling her numbers at the end of every month. And I'm very confident in her abilities with her money handling. She does very good. So I will definitely pass that on to her, Mike.
Great. Any other questions on financials for Julia? Okay, great. Let's keep on moving forward. Next, we've got the minutes for approval from our June 27th, 2022 meeting. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes as it's written?
So moved.
Thanks, Trish. A second?
Second.
Thanks, Ken. Any questions, comments, or corrections? Okay, hearing none, let's go ahead and take a vote. All in favor?
Aye, Denise.
Aye, Ken Rail.
Aye, Mike Tomko.
Hi, Trish Warren.
Great. And so that's 4-0, and with one selectman not here. Okay, those pass. Next, we have a few licenses to go through this evening. Let's go ahead and get started by the first, which is a liquor license for malt and wine for the Balmy Days cruise vessels. This is located at 42 Commercial Street, and it is a renewal. May I please have a motion to accept or to approve the renewal application as submitted?
So moved.
Thanks,
Second.
Denise, and thanks, Trish. Questions or comments from the board?
Just a quick comment. On all of these licenses, they asked the owner, in this case, Mr. Campbell, to draw a drawing of the premise floor plan. And he was witty enough to just write in there, bow of boat, which was quite good.
Thanks for reviewing that, Ken, and you're absolutely right. Julia, are there any comments or questions from our audience?
No.
Okay, that being said, let's go ahead and take a vote for approval. All in favor?
Aye, Denise.
Aye, Ken.
Aye, Mike Tomko.
Hi, Trish Warren.
Okay, motion passes on the renewal for 4-0. The next, we have a liquor license for malt, wine, and spirits for Lincoln Bay Resort. This is located at 92 Wall Point Road, and it is a renewal. May I please have a motion to approve the application as submitted?
So moved.
Second.
Great, thanks Denise and Trish. Questions or comments from the board? I see none. Anything from our audience? Okay, nothing. Let's go ahead and take a vote. All in favor?
Aye, Denise.
Aye, Ken Rail.
Aye, Mike Tomko.
Aye, Trish Warren.
Okay, motion passes 4-0. The next we have a vitulers license for Flagship Inn. This is located at 200 Townsend Avenue, and this is new. May I have a motion to approve the new application as submitted?
So moved.
Second.
Thanks, Denise and Trish. Questions or comments from our board? Nothing here. Anything from our audience, Julia? Okay, that being said, let's go ahead and take a vote to approve. All in favor?
Aye, Denise.
Aye, Ken Rail.
Aye, Mike Tomko.
Aye, Trish Warren.
Okay, motion passes. And then finally, we've got a special amusement license for Lincoln Bay Resort. This is also located at 92 Wall Point Road, and it is a renewal. May I please have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Thanks, Denise and Trish. Questions from our board? I see none. Anything from our audience? Okay, nothing there. Let's go ahead and have a vote to approve.
Aye, Denise.
Aye, Ken Rail.
Aye, Mike Tomko.
Aye, Trish Warren.
Okay, motion passes 4-0. That is it for special amusement license. Let's go, and all licenses. Let's go ahead and move on. Julia, under new business, I have nothing on our agenda.
I do not have any new
Great.
business this evening.
Okay, anything from our board that's new? Seeing none, let's go to old business. 2 items tonight. The first is the footbridge renovation project update. Julia, what do you have for us?
I just, 2 quick things. Our submerged lands lease, the revision for the footbridge, was posted to the public, and it went through that process. We did get notification that that was approved, and today I had just had to endorse it and send it back off. So that one permit has been checked off the list. And DOT did send me 5 or 6 documents today that I have to fill out so that the bid packages can go out. So we are moving along.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Okay. That's great news. Any questions regarding the renovation and the update on the project? Okay.
Mm-mm.
I really appreciate you keeping us in the loop on that and the updates. I think this has been a lot of good work that we've done, and
Definitely.
it's evidenced by the fact that it's still moving forward at a good clip. So that's great. Next on the agenda is our placeholder for the COVID-19 discussion. Julia, do you have anything, or board members, anything for our usual placeholder for the COVID discussion?
I
Okay.
do not have anything, Chad.
Great. We will be, as you had said, Julia, meeting in person at our next meeting, which is the July 25th timeframe. I know we'll have the doors open and the purifiers in, and
Mhm.
welcome everyone to join us, or whether it's live or through Facebook or through BRTV. They can always join in. We can always ask questions and get comments, bring them to the board in advance just by passing things off to Julia. So hopefully we'll see everyone either online or in person at our next meeting. Next, we have public forum, opportunity for our board members or those joining us tonight to enter in any comments about municipal matters or anything on the agenda. Board members, anything for public forum tonight?
No.
I see nothing. Anything from our audience tonight? Okay, well, as always, we appreciate your comments and your input. Next, I will accept a motion to approve the warrants upon our review.
So moved.
And
Great, thanks Denise and Trish. Questions or comments about the warrants? Okay, seeing none, let's go ahead and take a vote. All in favor?
Aye, Denise.
Aye, Ken Rail.
Mike Tomko.
aye, Trish Warren.
Okay, warrants pass 4-0. Next, we're going to try and do a brief executive session. This is MRS Title 1, Chapter 13, subsection 405, number 6, letter E, consultation with town council. May I please have a motion to go into executive session at 7:35 p.m.
So moved.
Second.
Great, thanks Denise and Trish. Any discussion? Seeing none, just all in favor?
Bye, Denise.
I can.
I'm Mike Tomko, and
Hi, Trish Warren.
okay, we will do our best to be back quickly. Thanks very much, and we'll see you soon.